Oh, yeah, I didn't see the story on the Parkway kids, but I could just imagine how that whole thing was generated. You see this story about this young man wearing a Make America Great Again hat? Gavin, 12.
That's giving me anxiety. Take that I will give an anxiety attack. Take that off. Exactly, see?
Yeah.
What? Oh, you want to build a wall? You want to build a freaking wall? What's wrong with building a wall to keep illegal immigrants out of our country? When I say that he signed an executive order.
So anyway, they harassed him, tried to pop his hat off. The only redeeming quality in the video was watching the one kid who tried to attack him wind up touching his lip after he'd been punched or something or other, or blew back on him, whatever. And all I could think about watching that video is like, boy, I'd hate to meet that woman, that girl's parents.
How awful.
Can you imagine her mother?
Yeah.
Oh.
Play that again. I mean, just to listen to it. It's just,
That is giving
Lord.
me anxiety. Take that.
I mean, you get that from your parents. You know, you have liberals pooping out these kids left and right, and they teach them like that. That's bred into you. And it wound up on a bus in school. So what happens to Gavin? Gavin winds up getting suspended, along with the rest of the kids, obviously. But he winds up getting suspended.
It's unbelievable.
Parkway School District, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're what's horrible about this country. And you can't come to the defense of somebody. I guarantee you, had that been somebody with a Hillary hat on, that person would not have been suspended. Period. End of story. Bottom line. Christina Cortina, who is a brave soul for sure, because some parents would just wilt and hide and just say, you know, oh, whatever, take your lumps, and take their son back into the house and say, don't ever wear the hat again, whatever. And I wouldn't be surprised if Christina said, you know, maybe it's not worth it, but still, brave woman, Gavin, a brave kid, and Christina Cortina, thanks so much for being on the show with us.
Hey, our family thanks you. So, yeah, you pretty much, that is the story.
Yeah, and Gavin, I mean, it's amazing. You know, I'm sure that when it came time to wearing the hat or whatever, it wasn't something that you said, you know, do it and cause trouble, whatever. He's just being a kid. My son, Aiden, I took him to see to the inauguration, and my son wanted to wear these, you know, crazy Trump socks, and I was like, okay. But in the back of my mind, I was a little worried. I didn't know how people would react to him, whatever, and but these are kids. What are they learning now?
Right. And a part of me wants to just say, you know, these are kids, but you know, my son and I decided to go forward with this because we feel the need as a team, our family feels the need to right the wrongs that affect the very fabric of today's American democracy.
Right.
I mean, this is what people are allowing to happen after the democratic process has spoken. You know, it's not okay for any young man or woman to be persecuted for supporting their president. I mean, this man is our commander-in-chief, whether you like it or not. And we didn't see this kind of hypocrisy, you're right, with Obama. If this was a I'm with her T-shirt or an Obama hat, I'm not so sure this would have happened. And that's part of the reason why we are so upset, is because of the hypocrisy. At this point, it's not even just the hypocrisy of the far left. It's not even just liberal hypocrisy. It's cowards out there who I mean, we're all on the same team, and they're not acting like it. And, you know, my son and I am getting permission every step of the way. Everything that I've done thus far, I've had permission from my son. We are a team, and he is fighting. He can't fight back like those kids did with his fist, but this is the way we're going to fight back. We're going to get the word out there, and we are going to start real change and real hope, and it starts with our kids, and it starts with my son.
Yeah, and you know, I can't believe Parkway. I mean, you know, this is one of those things where they didn't have the courage to separate facts from fiction and didn't have the courage to stand up for what was truly right, and so they decided to ice everybody in an effort to try to democratize this punishment here, and it was completely unfair.
Yeah, you know, I guess some verbiage in the rule book that states that even if a child defends himself, that everyone gets to swing with what they're saying. And the sad thing is we purposely live in the community that we live in. And I fought so hard, really, to stay in that community because it is a conservative community.
Right.
It is, it is a safe community. And to be quite honest, the school has always been very, very good to us. The principal has always been very, very good to us. They've taken great care of my children up till now. And, I want to say it's not necessarily, the principal's fault, the superintendent. It's just more so that they're ill-equipped to deal with the situation,
Right.
And my son, unfortunately, is the whipping boy for this, but that's okay. We're going to take it. But I hope to God that the school is better equipped for the next time because we've got 4, hopefully 8, hopefully 16 years of,
right.
of conservatives. We're back, and we're going to fight back.
Yeah.
And they better get with it. Everybody better get with it.
Yeah, they got to get used to it, and it's unfortunate that the bullies surrounding the executives there at Parkway have made an impact on them to the point where they have been basically become eunuchs, and that's too bad. And you know what? I'm very happy. I'm very proud to be associated with you from that standpoint. That is, you're going to take the punishment. You're going to do it. This is what's going to happen. You've obviously been able to adequately publicize this wrong, which is great. And I'm glad you're going to do that. And we'll see you on TV today. But and so what does Gavin do? He doesn't go back to school today, right? So what's the situation with that?
Well, I told him he's doing some homework that the school gave him. And on top of that, I'm also making him learn all of his amendments verbatim.
Yeah.
So he's got extra homework for mom. And he always sees the good in things. He looks at me and he goes, Mom, I'm sorry. And I go, sorry for what? For standing up for yourself? He's like, I know, but I'm suspended. And I go, we all need a vacation sometimes. I mean, I'm getting, believe me, and I don't know if you've read any of these comments, but boy, they are really coming at me as a parent. And and it's a shame. It's a shame because, liberal logic is, if my son wants to wear nail polish and a dress to school, then so be it. You can't persecute him and make fun of him more.
Right.
If I want to allow my daughter to wear a short dress, and you shouldn't objectify her. Okay. Well, since we're all exercising our freedom of expression, if my son wants to wear a campaign hat from our commander-in-chief, then let him.
Yeah.
Let him without being bullied and berated.
Right.
Simple as that.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Christina, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate you telling this story. And to Gavin, you're raising a good boy there, and thank you so much for your bravery and your courage. And let's keep going. And you're making kids great again. So, Christina, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem.